Welcome to Poland Daily Travel and our second installment of A Touch of Paradise near Warsaw. That's right, the Kampinos National Park. If you like paradise near the big city, this is your place. Our ranger guide, Katarzyna Mikrut, makes us feel at home in the park. We'll be finding out some more about the wildlife. We'll take a trip to the cemetery at Palmyra. And we'll take a look at the different kind of ecosystems. Nearly 40,000 hectares of forest. It's a big park and it's a lot of fun. So come with me and Katarzyna to Kampinos National Forest. Hello everybody and welcome back to Poland Daily. We are continuing our escapades, our aided escapades, because the rangers are with us in the Kampinos National Park, which is easy for me to say, except right now when I'm on camera. I have with me our erstwhile and present guide, Kasia, and she is going to tell us what we're actually doing here. Because, look, folks, for us, we go to the park, we go there to relax, we go there to get away from it all. But this particular piece of real estate has served quite a different purpose over the years. And one of those purposes is hiding out from people who are trying to get you. And in the case of Poland, take over your country. There have been various uprisings based in the Kampinos Forest, including two against the Russians.
And the Germans.
And then, of course,
Nazis.
And of course, the Nazis during World War II. But this particular memorial is to the Home Army, the AK, Army Krajowa, during World War II.
Yes, because in the territory of Kampinos Forest, many battles took place. And this is one of the commemoration sites to the battle. So in this area there was one of the biggest battles between Nazis and Home Army partisans.
Right in this area.
Yes,
so this
exactly.
It's kind of close to Warsaw, but yet it's still quite deep in the forest. And what is the point of this? The forest, the reason they would come and hide this part of the region was because it is dense and it's hard, dense forest, and it's hard to go across.
It's a dense forest, marshes, so
sand dunes.
Sand dunes. So you really had to know where to move and how to walk.
Right.
Not to get lost.
Right. Natural barriers, all this sort of thing. And so it was a great, and in some sense you're saying, oh, please follow us into the forest. This is going to be fun, you know?
Because in some way it is fun, but on the other hand, you have to be very careful. Yeah. Because if you get lost, you may
end up
get stuck in
in their hands. You could get, you have to be very careful. But this is in the tradition of grand guerrilla operations, guerrilla operations, not gorilla, but guerrilla operations, which take place, all over the place.
Yes, not only here, so all over the world. People hide in the forest. It's a natural place to hide.
Even Robin Hood, remember those stories?
Yes, Robin Hood used the forest. He was living there.
And don't go to Sherwood Forest, because I did that. It doesn't exist. There is no Sherwood Forest anymore. I've
been there last year, and in fact, there's no forest.
There's no forest, right? Because I went there, and the people started laughing at me locally. I just kept asking people, by the way, where's the forest? They said, there isn't any forest.
Yeah, there's only name and few trees.
Exactly. But here, we still have it. Because of people like Ranger Kasia and our driver for the day, Ranger Pete, who's standing just off camera. Hi, Pete. We appreciate you driving us around. He's a good man. Because of them, we have these places preserved, so that if the Germans ever attack again, we'll be right back here. Yes, we will. All of us. That's right. The other good thing about the forest is if you have airplanes, they can't find where to bomb you. If you have tanks, they can't get through because of the marsh and the dunes. So in many ways, the perfect place. Bicycles are good here, walking is good here, horses are good here. All things which the...
If we have snow also.
Snow is good, yeah. All of these things.
Also cross-country ski.
Yeah, and a lot of the people who are in the home army fighting in these battles were quite young, weren't they?
Very young.
Teenagers.
Very young.
Yeah, and even some young teenagers. So it was really real partisan effort.
Yes,
against a regular army.
War started in 1939 and finished a few years later. So it means that some people already died during the war. So young ones had to engage.
Or they were taken away. So the only choice was for young people to participate, which must seem very foreign to young people today, who are more worried about lots of other stuff. Yeah, but not survival, not that kind of survival. So anyway, this is one of the many. I see, this looks like a German cross to me.
But in fact, it is not.
Yeah, but people could make that mistake. It's worth saying.
But there is some information which says what it is, so it will help people not to make a mistake.
Well, at the top it says Polska, so that's a good indication. Yeah.
And after it said that we gave our life to the homeland.
And so many of them did.
And our fate to the future generation.
To the future generations, which is worth remembering. That when these people did this, they were thinking of the future generations, not themselves.
Yes, they did that for us.
They were not thinking of themselves. They did it for us. Yeah, and it's well worth remembering on a beautiful Friday.
So that's why we have places like that.
And that's why we stopped here. Yeah. Stay with us on Poland Daily Travel. We're exploring the wilderness of the Kampinos National Forest.